Satnam, my name is Suroop, and welcome to this empowered sound video tip on how to chant HAR. In Kundalini Yoga, we use HAR frequently for various meditations. One that many of us know is what we call Prosperity 2, where we're chanting HAR, HAR, using the sides of the hands. Many of you know this particular meditation. HAR is the one way to describe creative infinity, that aspect of God that is about creation. Like the Eskimos have many ways to describe snow, in Gurmukhi, in Kundalini Yoga, and in Sikhi, there are many, many ways to describe infinity, God, goddess, whatever we want to call that source. And HAR is this creative aspect of God. What we often say about HAR is that it is what dissolves the ego. And we all know that we live in a world of Maya, and we have we live in a place of limited view. And so chanting HAR allows us to dissolve that sense of limitation and that sense of acting from a place of limitation. So another thing about HAR, that I frequently use HAR in training us to chant from the navel. Over the years, Yogi Bhajan would talk frequently about the importance of chanting from the navel, and I often found this to be a pretty elusive concept. What does that really mean? And why? Why does it even matter? So when you research different things about chanting from the navel, one of the things that we're taught is that the navel is considered the source point. When we were in the womb, we were fed through the umbilicus, sustained through the umbilicus, connected to the mother through the navel point. And that you need to go back to that source and come from that place when you're chanting. And that's really where our stability and our power of our chanting and the transformative power of chanting comes from. It starts there. HAR is a really, really great way to tap into that, because you pulse the navel when you're chanting HAR, and there's a lot of power in that sound current. HAR, we spell in English, we take the Gurmukhi script and then spell it H-A-R. So when you read it, you think HAR, but that's not it. It's HAR, with more like H-U-D. Is often how I think of it. When HAR starts, the H starts at the navel, and the R, or the D sound, or the R sound, whatever you want to call it, you flick your tongue right behind the teeth where the ridges are. So if you take the tip of your tongue and you feel right behind the teeth, that's where you want your tongue to connect. So, chanting HAR, you pull the navel. HAR, 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 pulling the navel at the H, vibrating the sound through the Shushmana, and flicking the tongue at the end. So let's chant HAR for just a few times to kind of get the feel of it. I'm going to close my eyes because it's a little strange to keep my eyes open when I'm chanting. So inhale deeply. HAR, 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 and inhale, and relax. We hope you enjoyed this empowered sound video tip on chanting HAR, and that applying some of these tips allows you to more deeply access your own voice and the power of your own chanting. Satnam.